Hello viewers, today I am going to show you a beginner's tutorial slash how-to on replacing an O-ring in a vintage G.I. Joe figure. First things first, the tools of the trade. First you're going to need 3 tools: a small Phillips head screwdriver, a small pair of curved pliers, and last but certainly not least, some O-rings. And all of these supplies can be found at any Lowe's, Home Depot, or hardware store near you. In most cases, the pliers and screwdrivers are available at just about anywhere. Now that we have our tools taken care of, let's get started. For this today, I'm going to be using a vintage G.I. Joe shipwreck. First thing you're going to want to do is take your Phillips head screwdriver and unscrew the screw protruding from the back of the figure. Make sure you don't lose this little screw. It's key to the whole thing. Next, what you're going to want to do is you want to flip him over. Also, this won't work on Zartan, Zarana, or any of the members of the Zartan family. It also doesn't work on the spacesuit figure for very obvious reasons. So let's get back to this. So first what you're going to want to do is carefully pry the torso open. So it's usually easiest when you go to the seam of the figure and do it like that. But you're going to want to make sure to be careful with this as to not have it slip and it'll kind of fly everywhere. Now we have our arms, torso, plate, and head off. You're going to want to just set these to the side for the time being. Next, what you're going to want to do is carefully, there's the old O-ring. You want to take that and slide it forward off of the post and just set your back plate of the torso to the side, and this is where you really want to pay attention. Carefully, you want to lift the crotch off of the metal hook as to not crack the crotch off, particularly on Shipwreck, as he has this little hook on the side of his belt. Alright, now we have the crotch off, we can just set that to the side. Then the easy part, just get rid of this crusty old thing, the old O-ring. So yeah, next what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to take our fresh O-ring, and there's this little hook right on here. You're going to want to pull this through there, like so. Next what you're going to want to do is you're going to need your pliers for this part. We do not need the Phillips head screwdriver until the very end, but it's still good to have it nearby just in case. Next what you're going to want to do is you want to take your curved pliers and pull the O-ring through with just enough force, that way you don't snap the O-ring, and it should look something like this. Next, what you're going to want to do is carefully hold the O-ring and grab your back plate of the torso. Then you're going to want to lean this O-ring forward a little and slide the O-ring over the post protruding from the inside of the torso as such. But you're going to want to angle it backward to decrease slippage on the back plate. Next, what you're going to want to do is start with the arms, putting them back in. Next, what you're going to want to do is make sure you got a good finger on them, as well as you want to slip the head in carefully while still maintaining your grip on the others. You will probably have to repeat this a couple times because not everyone is able to get it on the first try. And of course the design of the figures varies from figure to figure, of course, but after the first time or two you should get it pretty easily. Next, what you want to do is you want to, after you get the pieces back after the inevitable fall or two, you're going to want to make sure that they stay in, because it can be quite annoying if you do not have a open area to work in, because it can just fall off and you're left there trying to find out where it went. Some of them, they kind of lock in a little bit, but it varies from figure to figure. So yeah, make sure to keep your torso angled backwards before you attach the plate. That way it has a barrier to hold on to. And sometimes if that doesn't work, you can sandwich the head in at the last second if you can't seem to get it at first. As such, then once you get it in, due to the beveling of the crotch and the sloping of the bottom of the torso, it pretty much stays sandwiched as it is. So next what you're going to want to do, this is the final step. You're going to want to take your Phillips head screwdrivers with the screw and stick it on in there and tighten the screw back up. And see, the legs don't fall without being touched, as well as they don't wobble if you shake them. So this will work on almost any Buck Rogers figure, some Battlestar Galacticas, but it also, I know for a fact, it'll work on the Bo and Luke Duke of the Dukes of Hazzard line. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe.